guys, welcome back to That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we're back today to do another awesome recap / review of the newest Walking Dead Dead City episode titled People Are Resources.
Oh, episode 3.
Yes, and
Dude,
what a great episode it was.
I think it's my favorite one so far.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Really
I'll
good.
tell you what, this one checks all the boxes.
Yes.
Of like what I like about a Walking Dead episode. Like it's a story builder episode, but at the same time,
Got some action scenes.
we got a lot of action scenes,
yeah,
a lot of intense scenes, but we got like flashbacks, like the old school Walking Dead episodes.
Yes.
We got like backstories. We got current stories.
Yes.
We got everything.
We've got everything. They've got it all.
Dude, I swear to God, as a fan, it was like so chilling, dude. I thought I had herpes, but then it turned out to be just goosebumps on my dick. It did.
Oh, God.
It's quite some storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. So the episode opens up and we see Jenny with Negan in the woods.
Flashback
And it's
style.
actually a flashback sequence. And here we see Negan, he's trying to tell Jenny, listen, you can't just wander off without me and be mute. Like, you have to speak. I have to be able to find you.
Well, she's like a mime. She's not talking ever since
She's
her family...
traumatized.
Her family got attacked, right?
She found her father as a walker, and ever since, she doesn't speak.
And I think, like, Negan, he's trying to, like, he's getting a little frustrated with her because she's not communicating with him. And he's trying to, like, protect her. But I did appreciate these flashbacks we got. You know, it was good story building. It was a good way for us to get to know, like, what Maggie and Ginny have been up to, how they met, all that stuff. But then it cuts to present day.
Yes, and we see Jenny, she's, like, making her way across the river to Manhattan in, like, this bucket thing that she made.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. It looked like she would sink. I don't know. But it floated. She was able to get across the river, and she made it to Manhattan.
That was sort of like the Daryl Dixon
teaser,
teaser.
Where he's, like, stuck on the book. Yeah, that's bad.
But I guess Ginny, like, escaped, like, Maggie's people somehow.
Yeah, she, like, ran away because she wants to find Negan. She's not comfortable without Negan,
She's cutting class.
She's cutting class.
I knew she didn't like that school.
Yeah, no, she didn't like it. She's in a bucket headed to Manhattan.
No, she's gonna have a bad attendance record.
Yeah.
Damn, there goes her student of the month.
Right. Tommaso tells Negan and Maggie a little bit about New York and how, you know, everything happened so fast within the first few weeks of the apocalypse, how it was so nuts, like walkers were falling from skyscrapers. It was just insane.
Well, didn't they explain how they got taken over too?
Yeah, by the Croat. And the Croat, they explained how the Croat came to Manhattan and took over.
Yeah, and they also explained like where the Croat's base is, and it looked to me it looked like Madison Square Garden.
It looked like it was, but they didn't actually say. I don't think they actually said.
They called it the arena, but it's MSG.
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know.
It was protected by like a herd of walkers. And you know what I noticed? Like this guy, the Croat, he totally has savior style
tendencies.
Yeah. They used walkers to protect their place.
To protect the sanctuary.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean everything he does is like Negan style. So like
Negan taught it to him.
Negan's going up against himself. They're talking about different ways to get off the island or different ways to get into the arena.
Yes.
And Negan brings up to the crew how, like, about 15 years ago, there was this guy that ran everything. And at first I didn't know what he was talking about, but then the more he was talking, I'm like, wait a minute, he's talking about
himself.
Is he talking about himself?
In the sanctuary.
So he's talking about old Negan as if it's a different guy at this point.
Yes. And he tells a story about how eventually the guy that tried to bring the hammer down on everyone else brought the hammer down on him. And Maggie's like, yes, they did.
Yeah, well, Maggie knew exactly what happened. Well, she said Maggie's like, we took him out. But,
yeah,
like,
she was smiling about it, so she remembers fondly what happened.
Like, and then Negan admits he lost because he was like, damn right. Like,
yeah.
So very interesting for like longtime viewers. I would say like Negan's talking about himself as if he's a different character now, and he's admitting he lost the battle. Like, so as if he's admitting like there was a flawed like method with the savior method. Like, you know, he regrets who he used to be. Maybe you know.
Yeah. No, I definitely think he's grown as a character for sure.
Old Negan wouldn't have admitted defeat. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
so we get to see Pearlie, and he's been captured by the Croat, and he's handcuffed, and the Croat's just telling him, like, I was a natural resource scientist. Look at what I did. Like, he knows how to manipulate like gas and the human body and like somehow make natural resources out of it.
So we get a whole backstory of the Croat, which to me made him totally like more interesting.
Yeah, because if he's a scientist, he's able to give everybody electricity. It's nuts.
So he's crazy and intelligent.
Yeah. like Negan.
Wild. So, but I think he was like using people's dead corpses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like breaking it down and mixing it with gas. He's doing or old gas. He's doing something. He kind of explained it. I was a little lost on that, but that's kind of cool that they give us an explanation as to why he can use electricity.
Yeah, and based on his base, like surrounded by walkers, so he has dead all around him. It's like he has a monopoly going there. I did like the interaction between Pearlie and the Croat, but Pearlie like kind of kept his like strong silence.
He's
like
very
a strong.
He's very strong-willed.
He stayed quiet for the most of the episode with him. But kind of like it reminded me like Daryl. Something Daryl would do.
Daryl doesn't talk much.
Daryl would just like he's smart enough and he knows when to stay quiet. But it was pretty wild though. Like when because the Croat kills a man right in front of Pearlie for serving him like
meat with maggots in it.
Yeah, he like messed up his order.
I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want a little breakfast.
Or like the meat was spoiled, or like God, it's like
it was gross. Yeah,
it's like when you don't want cheese on your burger, don't mess it up with this guy.
No, don't.
Or like you asked for extra mayo but didn't get it.
Yeah,
he'll like totally kill you.
Yeah, he'll make you swallow a key.
He made the guy swallow a key
and then beat his head in. It was awful.
Oh, it was wild. Yeah. So the Croat likes his meat unwormed.
Yeah, no maggots in there.
No.
So Luther tells Maggie, and Luther is in, Tommaso's group, tells Maggie that your son's probably already dead. And of course she's going to be upset by this. None of these people want to go back into the arena, into the Croats' territory. They think they're all going to die.
Dick thing for Luther to say.
Yeah, it was awful.
Luther's kind of like, I got like a rough guy impression from him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's kind of a rough character, but...
It kind of shook Maggie up, and I think Negan kind of broke it up. He's like, all right, guys, it's been a long day, but... The scene after that was pretty powerful, I thought, because we see Maggie actually go...
Opens up a box, and it has, like, old photographs in it. It has one of her and her father. There's a drawing of Glenn's face in there, which was so nostalgic, and so it pulled at my heartstrings seeing that. Like, he was, like, my favorite character.
The watch for me was, like,
the pocket watch.
The classic Walking Dead pocket watch.
Yes, that Herschel.
Herschel got from,
He gave to Glenn.
Herschel gave to Glenn in the prison.
As a wedding present, to say he could marry Maggie. Yeah, that's
my God.
Sad.
And it reappeared several times throughout the Walking Dead series, so to see it, cross over into Dead City was just incredible.
Glenn made the decision, Rick. I was just following his lead.
That's what I'm talking about when I say this is not a spin-off to me, it's a continuation.
Yeah, they stay true to the original story.
We got the pocket watch, bro.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know what I mean?
That was so cool.
We got the pocket watch. So as Maggie's like going through these photos, she's getting all emotional, and like Negan like walks into the room. And I think Negan like senses like she's going through like a hard time, and like he opens up and he explains to us what happened to Annie.
And his son Joshua.
Yeah.
He basically says...
Do we even know he had a son at this point?
No, we didn't know it was a boy or girl. Negan says that Annie was attacked, and so basically she was like robbed and beaten. He went after the people that robbed her, and he killed all 5 of the men. Yeah. And that's why he's wanted.
So basically we find out that backstory too of why they're looking for Negan, and we find out it's self-defense.
Yes.
Or he was just protecting his family.
He was protecting his family, yeah. And so we find out that he actually sent Annie and Joshua to Missouri to be safe there because he didn't want her near all this crazy stuff that was going down.
Which is it's pretty much maybe that was the smartest thing to do. He knows he's wanted now.
Yeah.
Let me send them one way and I'll go the other way.
Yeah.
He's trying to protect his family.
Yeah, and I was pretty surprised. I thought maybe that they were going to say she died and his son or daughter died, but I was very surprised to find out that they were still alive in the story.
That's what I mean, man. Episode 3.
Great
3 really like it crossed a lot of T's, dotted a lot of I's.
Circled a lot of O's. Is that a thing? No,
I don't think it is.
So.
I don't think that is.
No, it's not. So Jenny's running around New York and she's looking for Negan, and she has this stuffed dinosaur with her that she drops, and one of Tomas's crew actually picks the dinosaur up.
Yeah, and that dinosaur was actually in the flashback scenes that we saw. So this dinosaur and Negan go way back.
Yeah, it's like a significant item because Negan knows that that's Jenny's dinosaur.
Right, and it winds up in Maggie's hands, actually.
By the end of the episode.
Right. And I did like this flashback, and I especially like the scene Negan tells her, he teaches her like the savior whistle, and he says, if you don't want to talk, at least you can whistle, and I'll be right there to help you. You know what I mean? So
he actually explains that was Lucille. Lucille used to whistle like that for him.
I called it a savior whistle.
Yeah.
It's a Lucille whistle.
Yeah, Lucille.
Yeah. Fucking savior whistle.
Yeah.
Those fucking earless fucks. So the Croat, he actually has Pearlie, and
puts him in a UFC ring.
Yeah, but before that, he like puts a gas mask on him, knocks him out,
Yeah.
locks him up, cuffs him to a pole. He's in a UFC ring. And as this is happening, we see the power that the Croat has. He can really rally people up. He can have like the crowd like cheerful, like he gets the crowd
like
going.
Negan used to.
Yeah, he's like a follower. You see like the strength that he has and the ability he has to lead a crowd, either through fear or through like whatever else. But I don't know if they fear him, but either way, they're following him and egging him on.
Yeah.
So, you know, he has his crew. We're in like the garden or the arena, and Hurley has to battle like 3 walkers in a UFC style ring.
With no weapons. He uses his handcuffs to kill the first one, and he actually tears open the walker's stomach because it's the guy who swallowed the key.
Yeah, so
to the handcuffs.
He's able to uncuff himself from the pole, and then he just totally like boot to faces them.
I know, he like uses his shoe to like kill the other walkers.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang.
And then after all that fighting scene, they cut back to the Croat, and it seemed like he was pretty impressed with like just Pearl.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe I can use this guy. Similar to how like when Negan first saw Daryl attack him, and he decided not to kill him because he's like, I could use this guy as like my number 2 guy maybe or something like that.
Because he had the guts to go up against him when he had everything to lose. So Pearlie actually, he gets a letter stolen out of his shoe from the Croat, and he starts reading it out loud, and it's really hurtful for Pearlie.
That's when Pearlie finally said something. He's like, all right, stop.
Yeah,
and
he tells him
that
to
was like
stop.
his first word that he said to him. And then he actually comes clean. He says, I'm here looking for a man, Negan.
Yeah.
So the Croat finds out
he's in Manhattan.
He's in Manhattan. I was hoping for a little more like a reaction, but he got the news though, which is pretty wild.
So Luther comes up to Negan and he tells him, listen, you and Maggie have to get out of here, like you're leaving tonight. And Negan's like, no, I'm not going anywhere, dude.
Well, he had the wanted poster, and he found then that Negan's wanted, and it describes Negan to his T, like his personality, his looks, everything. So Negan said, I'm not leaving. People are dependent on me. And Luther's a big mofo.
He is huge,
I must say. So
he was a jacked guy.
He was like sizing up Negan, so I'm like, oh shit. And Negan, of course, Negan's not going to back down.
No.
So, but Negan was also, I felt like he was trying to avoid who he used to be here.
He doesn't want
He said to Luther, I don't want this to turn into something it doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He tries to walk past him. Luther blocks him. Tries to walk around the other side. Luther blocks him. So these 2 guys start going at it. Bear hugs Negan like WWE style.
And then like Negan takes like a cheese grater to like he Evil Dead rised his like forehead. Like it
we
was
got
like
WWE and Evil Dead Rise.
I know, right? It
fight.
was pretty gnarly.
Pretty cool.
And like Luther falls back and ends up like, you know, impaling himself
What happened?
on the back of his head or back of his neck.
Head or did he stab his
Yeah,
head?
it was like it stabbed. I think he got stabbed.
The minute he hit the ground though, he was done. So something happened to him
stabbed
back
into
here.
the back of his neck or his head, and Negan just like slowly pushes him further down on it. He looked like he liked that a little too much.
No, he tried to avoid it, but
once it happened, he seemed into it.
Does he got to explain to the crew now that why he killed Luther? Or
I guess
is
so.
he going to try to hide the body? And
I don't know.
And the episode ends now, I think, with Maggie
is in possession of the dinosaur.
Yeah, and she's wondering if she should burn it or if she should not burn it,
and let Negan know that Jenny's in Manhattan, or that Jenny was in Manhattan.
Well, Jenny's close enough that she's watching Maggie.
Jenny's watching Maggie, and I think she doesn't trust Maggie because the episode leaves off with, you know, Maggie holding the match and the dinosaur over the trash can. Like, is she gonna burn it or is she gonna tell Negan? I guess we have to find out.
Well, you made
on
a good
episode
point.
4.
Like, this shows that, like, you know, I don't think she wants to slow down from getting Herschel, and this will slow her down. She needs Negan.
Yeah.
And was it you that said they're similar?
Yeah.
In
I
that
think
way?
the ending scene where it parallels Negan killing Luther and Maggie holding the dinosaur with the match in her hand, I think it kind of parallels the show. They're more alike than they would like to. You know, recognize, because I think they both have really, really dark parts of themselves,
and they're both strong leaders.
Yeah,
too.
they're very strong leaders.
They both led crews before.
Yes, like, and they both have a dark side. I believe Maggie has a very dark side too. She can be cold and calculating too when she needs to be. So I believe they're a lot more alike than they like to admit.
Is she really going to burn her stuff down?
I hope not.
Is that really necessary?
I hope she tells Negan. I don't know. I hope she tells him though.
It's like, Maggie, nobody's messing with your pocket watch.
Yeah,
leave the dinosaur alone.
I'm super pumped that the way they left off on episode 3 with her holding the dinosaur and the match in her hand. I can't wait to see episode 4, see what happens. Is she going to tell Negan? Is she not?
There's a lot coming.
Yeah, this
there's
series has been
coming.
so good so far.
I like every single character. And it's not like there was a point where, like, Walking Dead, especially like with the Commonwealth, there was a lot of characters, a lot
going on.
There was like 17 storylines to follow.
That's true.
This is like stripped down to like 3 storylines where it's so like you're so into everything that's going on, and like, dude, this like refreshed The Walking Dead.
I think so.
I think this is like an awesome new start. I mean, these 3 episodes have all been a banger, dude.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed every single one of them. I thought they were great.
I'm serious. This is probably my favorite.
No, I loved it. Out of the first 3, this has been my favorite episode as well.
Yeah.
We are super pumped for episode 4. We can't wait. Make sure you guys are commenting on our videos on The Walking Dead. Let us know what you think.
To us.
Let us know what you think of this series so far. Are you excited for the other spin-offs? Make sure you're hitting that bell to be notified about all of our new Walking Dead stuff, all of our horror movie reviews, all of our horror movie trailer reactions.
You can also send us cash.
Yeah, we now have the option, guys. We have the super thanks button. So if you're on your mobile device, on your YouTube app, you can donate to our channel.
Put some dollar bills in my thong.
Yeah, so if you guys are liking what you see, make sure you donate.
Yeah, we got to keep the lights on here at that horror couple.
Yeah, so...
I'm poor.
Make sure you guys are hitting that bell. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe.
Super thanks us.
Yeah, super thanks us. Once again, I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, yeah. It's us.
And they talk about horror.